本当の顔がこの下にあるのに。
Welcome to Storyflix. In this video, we will explain The Doll with Attitude. This short movie tells the story of a girl who is always mollifying people with a fake smile on her face. One day, she turns into a doll with the same grin permanently frozen in place. Can a person live with a fake smile on their face? Let's find out in The Doll with Attitude. The Doll with Attitude begins when a girl named Eri is at a cafe with her friends. Eri wondered why her friends didn't notice the oddity in her appearance. She then asked her friends if there was anything that looked different from her face. Her friends replied that there was nothing strange about her. Her face looks the same as usual. Not satisfied with that answer, Eri asked again about her smile. According to Eri, her smile was strange, but her friends don't think so. Eri's smile is the same as usual. After that, her friends talked about other things and ignored her. Eri was again wondering why no one noticed the strangeness on her face. They didn't even notice that her face had become hard as a rock and had already resembled a doll with a big smile. A flash of the past showed when Eri was still in elementary school. Her friend accidentally broke her favorite fish aquarium at the time, which caused her favorite fish to die. Her friend then apologized for his careless attitude. Eri was very sad that her beloved pet died, but she said that it was no big deal with a big smile. But who would have thought that behind her smile, she was devastated because her favorite fish had died? Since that incident, Eri thinks that smiling can solve the problems in her life. For years, she just smiled and kept smiling, ignoring all the pain and sadness she was feeling. Everyone thought Eri was a kind, friendly, and forgiving girl. But Eri didn't think that this would actually make her face turn into a doll that always smiles widely. However, not a single person noticed the change in her face. One day, Eri is approached by a man claiming to be a record producer. The man was fascinated by her face that always smiled widely, which he thought could lift positive vibes. Eri was then offered to become a pop idol and contracted to be an advertising model. Eri, confused because she had suddenly received an unexpected offer, finally accepted the producer's offer. Eri also underwent several photo shoots. Her doll face and big smile were plastered everywhere because Eri was about to make her debut as an idol. Eri's debut song, Smile, became a hit, and her popularity skyrocketed everywhere. Her hairstyle has become a trend that many people follow. Even pharmaceutical companies compete to make tools that people can use to have a big smile that resembles Eri's unique smile. Eri really didn't expect her debut to be successful, and now she's become an idol for teenagers just because of her doll-like face with a big smile. After some time, Eri, who is now very busy being an idol and hardly has time to hang out with her friends, finally decided to invite her friends to meet. But Eri did not dare to approach her friends because the girls had not seen and chatted with her for a long time. Eri then chose a seat that was slightly hidden from the seats of her friends. There, she sends a text message asking her friends to hang out, but her friends say that they are busy working now, even though Eri knew exactly that it wasn't true. They were at the cafe and talking about Eri. They ignored Eri because she wasn't special in their eyes. According to them, Eri could only smile and agree with everything they said. Eri heard this and became very sad. She hoped her friends would not have the same fate as her, who turned into a doll. Arriving at the house, Eri tried to remove the doll mask covering her real face. She wanted to show everyone that the big smile was a fake one. Eri made various attempts to remove the mask from her face, but all was in vain because the mask seemed to have stuck to her face. Deep regret enveloped Eri. If she knew it would be like that, she would never hold back her sadness and express all her feelings, but it seems it's too late. Eri then gets a call from her producer, who tells her that she has the opportunity to go on a national tour. However, Eri didn't feel happy about the opportunity at all. She sat down and thought it was all in vain. The day came when Eri held a concert during a national tour. When she was walking down the corridor with her producer, suddenly, she saw the appearance of her beloved dead fish. The fish called to her. Eri then asked permission for a bit and said she would hurry on stage once she was done with her business. Eri then approached the fish that was floating in the air. She apologized profusely to the fish because she chose to smile at the incident instead of crying over the death of her beloved fish. The fish immediately forgave Eri. It knew how much Eri loved it and was devastated by its death behind her wide smile. Eri then asked the fish if she could be her true self. As she walked away, the fish replied that Eri could be whatever she wanted to if she dared to do so. Getting advice from the fish, Ari felt confident again. She has made up her mind to destroy all falsehood within herself and become her true self. Arriving on the stage, the audience was confused because Ari was silent, standing still. Then suddenly, the audience screamed hysterically because Ari was banging the mic on her face, trying to destroy the doll mask that had been covering her real face all this time. However, Ari was very surprised because there was nothing behind the doll's mask. Ari then told her fans to stop imitating her and to be themselves, not to lose their identity. The staff immediately took Ari backstage. 2 months after the incident, Ari now has a very different gothic style and is wearing a trendy mask. Her fake smile has disappeared. Her new appearance makes people like her more because they think Ari is unique and dares to show another side of herself, her true identity. The producers also welcomed Ari's change because it had a good impact on the company. Now Ari is getting ready to launch her new single entitled Rage, and the film ends here. This short movie tells us to always try to be honest with our feelings, never ignore the pain we feel, and to try to ask for help from people we trust. No matter how small our role is in this world, keep in mind that the universe will not work as it should without our existence in this world.